love. It's that feeling that you won't go away. And if I turn your soul, and I make my mind go here to stay. I love you, girl. Yeah. I need you, girl. Yeah. Every day. Every single way. I sleep by the phone, waiting for your call. Better give my all to you. Don't come out easy. No. Gotta put in work for me, babe. Gotta make sure, baby. Love, don't come out easy. Gotta sacrifice every day. Oh, love, 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 love. Oh, love, 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 love. Baby, I was stay here all night. Promise me we were the family. Yeah, baby. All my life. Come on. I dreamed of that one special person. Baby, are you worth it? You're the closest thing to me. I see by your phone, waiting for your call. I'm prepared to give you all. No, don't come easy. Don't come easy. You gotta put it on. You gotta make it. Don't come easy. Every day. You gotta make sure you're willing to change. Oh, love, 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 love. Oh, love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Hey everyone, this is your girl Creole Butterfly, aka Libra Butterfly, aka Coco 929. I am sipping on some tea. Y'all hear my voice, right? So anyway, I'm sipping on some tea. Let me get it in. Coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast, or the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It really just depends on what you like. All right. And I want to shout out to all my new subbies and my subbies, period. My butterflies. It don't go down unless y'all here. Hey, smooches to you. You get a smooch. You get a smooch. You get a smooch. Everybody get a big old smooch. Oh, y'all. Earlier today, I said, okay, I'm going to come on for a little bit. But then I was like, nah, and I'm just going to keep resting, right? Y'all, I heard something that pissed me off. And I had to come on and talk a darn about it. It was ridiculous. It bothered me in my shana. And y'all know when it gets down in my shana, I got to talk about it. Shout out to 300. Hey, subby. Hey, Mott. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all keep 300 in y'all prayers. He's ill. Yeah. When I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to play this clip. I don't know why my cousin plays with me like he plays with me, because he know I ain't quite right sometimes. You know, if the Lord don't keep me, better go I. And he know I ain't quite right sometimes. So I don't know why he sends me stuff that he know that gonna get that other side of me like pumped, and it just fires me the heck up. It's a bunch of bull. Okay, so I'm gonna play this real quick because his thing was he said I prophesied this 3 years ago that this was gonna happen. He said, and so that's one reason why it was sent to me. One reason, okay? Yeah, I remember saying what I said, but you ain't have to send it to me and every stuff because you knew this dude was off his rabbit a man. So okay, like I said, I'm gonna play it, but I feel some type of way about this. I really do, and I hope y'all comment below when y'all listen to this, and let me know if you agree or disagree. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't no wrong or right answer, but I'm gonna tell you how I freaking feel. Yeah. Here we go. Give me one moment, y'all. One moment. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I am on a laptop with no mouse, so it takes me a little longer to navigate. But I'm going to play this foolishness. And first of all, my heart and prayers goes out to the people this is happening to. Okay, let's go there. And then I want y'all to listen to this. Just it's about 8 minutes, but it's very informative because he's on his self-righteous box. Oh, let me calm down. Okay, because I can't afford to be upset like this with my heart. But I'm pissed. I'm pissed.com. So let me go over here and play it. Yeah. Let me see. Make sure it's all the way up. Here you go.
Y'all, it is really sad because so many landlords are no longer accepting Section 8 vouchers. To the point where in Atlanta, people are staying in homeless shelters and those tent cities, okay? Figure out what's going on.
What's the use of a voucher? And I can't do anything with it. In a lot of people's faces when they can't find a place. Moved by her experience, she is working with other students to figure out why landlords are locking out tenants on Section 8. We just want to know, did you not get paid on time? Was the relationship with the tenant bad? In Cobb County, the Housing Authority says in the past 2 years, the number of landlords actively participating in their program has dropped 20%. What would you say is at stake if we don't figure this out? We want to see a huge increase in homelessness, women, children. Our most vulnerable populations will be suffering.
Ladies, is over. Having a baby and getting Section 8, or having a baby getting food stamps, having a baby and getting a check is now over. The single mother epidemic. Finally about to be over. The government has been your husband for way too long. Now it's time for you to go get therapy, fix your attitude, fix your life, and go get your own husband. I'm not making fun of anybody going through anything. I'm not making fun of anybody not being able to find somewhere to stay. But the bottom line is this. We all are adults. And the biggest problem in our community, the black community, is single motherhood. And why is single motherhood an epidemic? It's simple. The government keeps incentivizing you and paying you money in order to be single mothers. And now they're pulling a rug from up under your feet. And I love that. Like I said before, we are adults. You want to run around having father's babies, don't know who the daddy is. Oh, well, you're going to have to figure your own life out. If I want to go out here and do something irresponsible as a grown man, I got to pay, keyword pay for my decisions. And for too long, you ladies have been able to just run around like little children, just having babies left and right. And here comes the government paying your bills, giving you Section 8, giving you food stamps, giving you a check. All of that is over. Now are going to have to live with your decisions. And I use the term live because some of y'all are living on the street. I'm not making fun of it, but I need you to understand. You think you live your whole life living off the government or either having a baby so you can live off the government and you think this is going to happen forever? You are a grown woman. And yes, I know there are men who are on Section 8 also. And I'm speaking to them too. But the number one reason why I'm here is to help the single mother epidemic. You ever want to know why I do these videos? Why I coach women, why I do what I do is specifically to end the single mother epidemic. That is the number one thing that is hurting our people. And my job is to help end fatherlessness. So all you ladies who've been enjoying getting incentivized by the government, getting paid to be single mothers, it is over. You got to figure something out. Get you two jobs. Go take your little child to your mama's house. Or go move with your mama. You ladies are adults, just like we men are. Y'all want to be equal. Y'all want to be independent. Y'all want to leave marriages and y'all want to be single. Have at it. Because you no longer are going to be able to depend on the government. And this is what's crazy. The government isn't taking away Section 8. We landlords are no longer accepting Section 8. So it's not really the government that's taking away your little baby money. It's the landlords that are making a conscious decision to not let Section 8 people live out in nice neighborhoods where hard-working families. I know you probably never heard of the word family, which means husband, wife, and children. Husband, wife, and children. Husband. Say the word. Husband. We're no longer incentivizing you to have more fatherless babies. No, you got to get it out the mud just like the rest of us. You know why this is important? Because there are millions of young women out here who don't have children yet that are slowly getting talked into. Hey, all you have to do is have a child and you can get Section 8. Not anymore. So those millions of young women who don't have children yet, it's important for you to see this. If you want to end up like these older women, out homeless, looking crazy, with her little 2-3 kids, and she don't know who the father is, young women, get some therapy and find a husband. Get some therapy and find a husband. Get some therapy and find a husband in that order. Don't be like the rest of these women. Don't let these women trick you on the streets. See, in the hood, they used to say, you ain't going to trick me off the streets, which means you do something crazy and then you go to jail. Young women with no children do not allow these miserable single mothers trick you on the streets with all this independent women stuff. Get you a man, let him fall in love with you, have a baby with him, break up with him, and next thing you know, you got all this money, you got this Section 8, you got all these benefits. Nope, it's a wrap. I am here to help the young women who have not already ruined their lives yet to actually focus on getting married, selling down, and starting a family the right way. And I'm here to let y'all know that it's not just me that is sick of motherhood mess. The rest of the city is sick of it. Get you some therapy, find your man, get him to marry you, and do things the right way, or end up home. Period. Stop having fatherless babies. Require marriage before you have a baby, or face the consequence. You and your little fatherless baby are going to have to just get out here and figure it out just like everybody else. We ain't feeling sorry for you no more.
Whew. It took everything in my shana. Let me get over here. It took everything in my shana not to talk to y'all during his whole episode. Okay. I hate that. Even though I do it, I hate it when I go to somebody else and they want us to hear something and they talk through the whole thing. So I hate that. So I try to be more conscious, of what I'm doing. Okay, let's get into this. This is something I should have had a panel for, but it was at the spur of the moment, so I might schedule a panel later. But let me tell you something. First and foremost. First, I already said we're praying for the mothers and stuff that this is happening to, But Negro, please, here we go. Y'all forgive me if a cuss word slip out, because I hear them in my head right now, and I'm trying very, very hard to stay a Christian today, because right now, as my son say, I'm 99% Christian, so I'm trying to stay at that 99% and not drop to 10. So y'all just bear with me, because I'm not perfect, Jesus is. Okay, so check this out. Negro, please. Negro, please. He sound like a scorned man. He sound like one of them dudes that fell in love with a girl that he shouldn't have fell in love with, and she dropped him and got herself together, and he had to sit on the sidelines and watch her do it. Let me tell you something. First, Negro. Let me go in. First, Negro. Hello. This ain't just started, the single mother thing. You act like this just started. This didn't just start. Honey, let's go back. Shall we? What about my grandmother's era? Even though they got married to these men. Oh, y'all don't want me to talk. Truth.com. Even though them women got married to them no good, some of them men were no good. They were drunks. They were sluts. They were gamblers. They lost all the money for the family. The women married them so they wouldn't have shame on them. They married them to be politically and Christianly correct. What about the women who became single mothers because the man, the so-called husband that you bragging about? What about the women who became single mothers because the so-called husbands decided that, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. He walked out on his wife and developed another relationship with other women. And she had no choice but to be a single mother. Negro. I can't stand when people get on their box of do nothing. You can't hit you in the butt with a red apple because you got it all together. What about these dudes that make these women sell them a dream? Because let's go here. Most of the time, these women come from fatherless homes. So whenever you get through, the single mother syndrome falls back on the dad. Who? The male. Who? The father. The one who thought it was okay to stick and move. Because most young women, even though some of them might be older today, most young women is looking for a father if they didn't have one in the home. And then if they had one in the home that wasn't no good, they looking for an example of a good man. Now, am I saying every woman or every single mother, is the example or the epitome of a good woman? No, but neither is every man. And yes, there is some girls that decide, well, I know if I get pregnant, I can get this, this, and this. But that's a girl that's speaking in a kid's mind, in a slow mind. They probably didn't have no role model to teach her correctly. You got a whole bunch of kids raising kids. There was a generation from like 50 something. Let's just go here. 60 something had kids. Most of the 60 something raised their kids with values and ethics. Okay, so then when the 50 or the 40 something kids had kids, some of them decided I'll be my kid's friend. I'm not going to raise them like my parents or my mom or dad raised me. So they became friends with their kids, which was the biggest thing that they could have ever did that was wrong. You cannot reason with a child that has not lived. So they become friends. They start dressing alike, start going out. Girl, you good, honey? I got to go. then that particular age, most of them parents didn't want to be parents. And most of them parents knew their kids were selling dope and drugs, but as long as they took care of the bills, made sure mom was straight, they didn't care. Do you see where I'm going with this? This is crazy. It's really, really crazy. And for him to be celebrating that some of these kids that didn't ask to be here will be out on the street living in tents and stuff. Really? Really? Any woman who listens to you and supports you need to have her head examined. Point blank. Let me see if I can mod NC girl up, because I don't know why it won't let me do that. Well, but any girl that supports you, man, gotta be out of they gotta be cat crazy. This is ridiculous. And so, and I know y'all like, well, you know, Creole, you was married. I wasn't always married. I was a single mother. Had I planned it like that? Absolutely not. I had my first child 7 weeks before my 16th birthday. So no, I wasn't planning on having no kid. But the thing about it is, I kept my child, meaning I didn't have no abortion. I ain't dogging nobody who did. That's between you and God. Got no thoughts on it one way or the other. I'm talking about me. And that particular child was the thing that kept me wanting to live. Let's just talk about it. That particular child was the reason why I wanted to live. Because I wanted to make sure I was an example for her. You know, it's weird. It's just weird. You know, I heard some people on this apparatus right here, this YouTube apparatus, that gets a monthly check. And, you know, they boast about it, you know, in a derogatory way. Yeah, y'all have to work. I ain't got to work. I get my check come in. You know, that's so stupid. Well, that's going to try to change too. Let me tell you, I told you prophetically, when God speak, he speak. These Republicans and Democrats, it's an ego thing right now, baby. And they're going to try their best to stop it. This year, 2023, I told you all 2-3 is 5. And that's the year of man. Anything that can affect man, that's what's going to try to go down this year. Last year was the year of decisions. You had to make your decision who you was going to serve. I told y'all that before 2023 came in. I said, y'all better start making some decisions. I said, y'all, God better be in the head. Y'all better start talking to God, listening to God, spending time with God this year, before next year. You had to make your decision, because this year is the year of transition. Whatever you decided last year, and remember I told y'all, when you don't make a decision, you've made a decision. And remember I told y'all that. So whatever that decision was, you're going to see it play out in your life this year. Everybody is going to catch a hit this year. The thing about it is, if you decided last year that you was giving God your life, you're going to come out on top with stuff. If you decided that you ain't changing nothing, you're going to stay the same way you are, and you didn't make it before that midnight thing and all that stuff like that, blue, 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 yeah, you're going to go through hard too. I don't know about your coming out. That's real talk. And I know y'all want me to say all these gushy, great, and wonderful stuff. I can't. I can only say what he tells me to say. I'm telling y'all, I told y'all, watch the government. Y'all think I'm playing? Watch. Watch. I even believe it's going to be a shutdown. Are they going to have talks of a shutdown? Watch. Yeah. So y'all keep on playing. Keep on. You know what? It's you, Lord. This man got me so upset. And then everything's coming in. Let me break. Hold on. Let me get a woosah. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm telling you now. Let me stop this. I'm telling you now. For real. For real, honey. Oh, Lord today, and tomorrow too. I don't like when people, because their life is 100, they start attacking others that's not. Now, okay, let me explain that. You never know. Now, if somebody is walking in a bunch of bull, I ain't talking about them. Have at it. Because some people, they are career victims. Like, everything is never their fault. They've never did anything. They don't do nothing now. They don't know why this. They don't understand this. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about you got some people who really try. They have good hearts, good intentions. They really try. And things hit them so hard that it knocks them back. When people come for those type of people, it makes the fighter in me jump up and want to protect them people. See, I've been a single mother. And I've been a single mother to where I had to see a lot of single mothers have their families and, all this and stuff. That wasn't my ministry. When I became a single mother, my own mother disowned me. Oh, we're going to keep it real today. Of course, that's not our story now. But I can't lie. And I ain't going to sit up here in front and fake. The self-esteem I have, I built that up my dang self. And of course, when my dad could, he would encourage me and my grandmother. But, my grandmother passed and all this and stuff. And so I was basically me. I never forget when I, and this is why I'm a different preacher. I'm a different minister because I remember when I got pregnant at 15. Before that, I was the apple of everybody's eye at church. Because it's my family's church, right? I was the apple of everybody's eye. Everybody wanted me to go home with them. They, would buy me a lot of stuff, and the kids hung around me. And, I was just, you mentioned my name, everybody knew me, even at other churches. Because when we went to other churches, they was like, hey, Coco, and so everybody's like, oh, yeah, Coco, So, yeah, okay. When I became pregnant at 15, you would have thought I had leprosy. Those same kids, their parents didn't want them to even sit by me. Them same kids had to sneak and speak to me. This is in church. Where everybody's supposed to love Jesus and we love each other and yeah, this is in church. The same kids. The same kids whose parents said, ask Coco she want to spend the night. Ask her mama. Was like, don't go over about her. Don't talk to her. She can't come nowhere near my house. The same adults and the same kids. I actually knew at an early age how it felt when Jesus came in riding on a pony and they were saying, oh, hell, Jesus, Oh, hell, Jesus. And then literally, almost a half a day later, they were saying crucify him. Same difference, different person. Am I Jesus? No. I'm just saying the similarity. That's how it felt to me. They had nothing good to say about me. I was a slut. I was a little prostitute. I was what else was I? I forgot all the honey. I was so many names that these adults called me. Adults. Do you hear what I'm saying? Called me. These are the same adults. Led church services, was in leadership roles at church every time the doors open, talking about me like a dog. Now, one day, my granddaddy got wind of what they were saying about me. And it was always the rules from the time the church started that if you are an unwed mother, you cannot participate in any organizations until after you have the baby. I didn't have a problem with that. I was in the choir, but I knew by me being pregnant, and my grandmother was like, "You are." I'm like, "Granny, I know." So by me being pregnant, I couldn't sing in the choir, and that was okay. That's the rules. I would have no problem with that. But what happened was they felt like I needed me to stand before the church and apologize to everybody for getting pregnant at 15. So they began to whisper about that. We need to make sure that she goes before the church and asks for forgiveness for getting pregnant. Because other than that, even after she has the baby, we don't want her in no organization here because that looks bad. Because I'm Coco. You get what I'm saying? So my granddaddy got wind of that. And so I didn't even know. I hadn't heard that. But my granddaddy and my grandmama heard it. My granddaddy, when he came out the office, he had on his preaching robe, I heard different people say, "Oh, he got that look on his face. He gonna say something." So he got up there and he said, "I don't want any music right now, and I don't want anybody to walk." He said, "I need to address something." He said, "Coco ain't the first young lady who got pregnant and not married, and she won't be the last." He said, "Half of y'all, if we get to counting up in here, how much older you are from your child, we'll see that you wasn't married when you had your child either. Some of y'all only 13 years older than your child. You just old now, so ain't nobody paying attention to it." He said, "Before I make her ever and any other young person get up here and apologize to a bunch of people who had nothing to do with getting her pregnant, because it took two. Y'all see her because she's carrying the evidence, but y'all don't see the boy. And unless the boy is here to do it, I ain't making her do it. It's okay between her and God. She has to talk to God about that. And ain't none of y'all in here God." He said, "So I don't want to hear that no more." He said, "Now I'm kind of shocked at all of y'all that's talking about it because y'all seasoned people. Y'all know better." And I sat there, y'all. I was like, because like I told y'all, I didn't know. I did not know that that's what was going around. I didn't know. I was like, I knew these people couldn't stand me now, but I didn't know that they really hated me because I got pregnant. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's funny because after that, I realized something. And I'm just keeping it a whole band. Whoever this message is for, I hope you hear the message. For real. Because God just said this is for somebody. I don't know which one of my subbies need to hear this, but here you go. I am always naked and unashamed. I think that's my problem. I think that's why I don't get a lot of people, views and stuff, because I'm real about my life and who I am and what I talk about. It's no show for me. This is it. What you see is what you get. So if this is for you, God bless you, sweetie. I hope you understand, and I hope this helps heal you. So what I decided to do, I decided to leave the church. Yeah. The one place I always felt safe was the church. And my safe place was no longer a safe place for me. So I left. And it was easy for me to leave because by 16, I was no longer at home. Hi, catch that. See what I'm saying? So it was easy for me. I got emancipated at 17. They were going to do it at 16, but the judge wanted to really make sure everything was in order. So right as my 17th birthday, I got my emancipation papers. I was already living on my own. So I've been on my own since I was like 16 going into 17. So when people always harp on the fact that, well, you can't understand because you've been because you was married. Yeah, I was married to a great man, but I didn't start off married. I didn't come out of the womb married. I didn't come from high school married. I actually I had to go through some stuff. I had a lot of trial and errors as a single mom. But I will say this, whatever I did, I made sure my child or children didn't see it. That's the difference between me and a lot of single mothers. My thing was I wanted to keep my kids innocent as long as possible. I didn't want them to grow up real quick. I'm growing up as a grown kid. I can't stand grown kids. I want to smack the mamas, but, let that kid be a kid while they can. This world is cruel enough. You don't need to grow your children up. Let them be a kid while they can. Stop allowing them to hear grown-up conversations. Stop talking to them like they grown. And they kids. I know people ain't gonna like it, but whatever. Anywho. So, okay. All I can say is I've told y'all some things about my life. There's a lot of, old videos about it. But I told y'all sometime I held some stuff. I went to school while on welfare. I worked and went to school at the same time. Got different, certificates and all this and stuff because I never wanted to be put back in that predicament again. I don't know about y'all, but welfare was never enough money for me. Let's keep it a bed. Welfare was never enough money for me. I dream too big. I want too much. And that once a month check, that wasn't gonna be enough for me. So yeah. The way I wanted me and my kids to live, that wasn't gonna be enough for me. And it didn't have nothing to do with me trying to be rich and all that. It's just a certain way I wanted to live. It was a comfortability of the thing, and just getting a once a month check wasn't gonna it just not for me. I ain't knocking nobody else who it was for or even is for today, but it just wasn't for me. So I had to make a decision with support or without support. I had to get her done. I remember when my baby, my first child, I remember my auntie was my babysitter. I was paying her. I had a part-time job, going to school to get my my high school diploma. I was paying her to watch my daughter. I would break her food down there, Pampers, exchange of clothes, bottles, blah, blah, blah. She gets to a point because I started staying in school double time, even though I showed her. And anytime she called over to the school, I came to the phone. Okay. She started wanting more money. Okay. So I started living on less just to give her more so that I know my baby is taken care of. Okay. So I'm at school trying to get my high school diploma so I can go on and get this job so I won't have to work this temporary job, single mom, blah, blah, blah. No sad story here. Don't cry for me, Argentina. So my auntie decides, well, and God rest her soul, she's dead now. We made up. I love her. Don't get me wrong. But this is what happened. She decides, because I got smart, not with her, but with my cousin, because my cousin was talking about something she didn't know about. And me and her, like we always do, was going back and forth. It just so happened my tongue is sharper than hers. Always was, always have been, and probably still always is. Okay. She got, she decided since I got the best of her daughter, she came in there and was like, well, honey, since you feel like that about my daughter, this is my last day babysitting. I looked at her, huh? I said, Auntie, you know you wrong. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This is between me and her. Yeah, but that's my daughter. You didn't hear what your daughter said to me? That's still my daughter. Okay, y'all, so that delayed it. I had to stay home. No problem. My child. Just I'll get it when I can. So the lady over at the school called me and she was like, why haven't you been to school? You know how close you are, you know, and all this and stuff. And I said, I don't have a babysitter. And I'm not just going to leave my baby with anybody. She said, let me see what I can work on for you. But you be here tomorrow with your baby. Y'all, so of course I came with my baby. She said, I'm going to hold this baby for you while you go down there and get your face in the book for a minute. And I looked at her. She said, honey, we believe in you. She said, so I'm not going to let you stay home. She said, let me keep working on what I'm working on today. I have something for you by the time you come out of class in the next 3 hours. If something happened with the baby, we'll come and get you. Yeah, I was not used to people being nice like that to me. I just wasn't, you know. So I did. I went down there and, you know, I felt funny, but I was in class and all this. By the time I came back down there, this woman had signed me up for a program that pays for my daycare. She walked me around to the daycare department that they had at the school. The lady let me fill out the paperwork. She said usually it takes 2 weeks, but since she's vouching for you, tomorrow bring your baby. We're going to push all this through. And we'll wait for the government to send us a check for your baby. You don't have to pay us anything. So when I hear people attack all single mothers, first of all, you don't know all single mothers. Let's just put that out there. When I hear people do stuff like that, it makes me angry because some of us have been through hell to be who we are today, and you don't know that. You're judging out of your ignorance. You're judging from where you're sitting. And the truth be told, if a lot of men who stick their penis in these puss and they know they got these babies out here will help take care of the baby, the mother probably wouldn't need Section 8. How about that one? How about if you drop some cum in something and stop talking about, hey, my baby, and walk away and get with the next chick, and she happy to have a pair of legs laying in the bed with her, so she gonna let you dump in her too. And then here come another seed. Now you got two. Now you really running from responsibility. So before you get on the single mother, let's get on the men. Let's do it both equally. Let's talk about the no good dudes that be with the single mothers. How about that? Let's make it fair across the board. Don't just come from these women. Because it's a whole lot of people that's wrong in these situations. Shoot. He made me mad with that. He made me mad with that. Do not do that. You happy because these people don't want to take Section 8 vouchers no more for single mothers. Really? Really? What you think that's going to do to your taxes, though? See, you ain't thought about that, stupid. And even if I go biblical, the Bible said the poor we would have with us always. So now everybody's going to be rich. And we're supposed to be honest, the widows, which is me, the widowers, y'all supposed to take care of. It's just weird. It's weird. Don't get on your do for nothing because this, like you kept stressing, Mr. Man. The married families, the married families, the married families. Okay, good, you married, and let me tell you something. Don't come talking about you need to get therapy and find you a husband. Everybody knows that the quality of black men right now, I can't speak about white men, so don't at me, but the quality of black males right now is almost 0 to none. And the availability of good black men right now is horribly low. It is like 25 women to 1 now. Because most of you black men are down low. Most of you black men are gay. So we don't have nothing to pick from when it comes to males, for real. Because then you got some of these men, you be wondering why they single, because they work, they got their own place and all that. They jacked up in the man. They have cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They crazy. They mama's boys. They stuck on stupid. Yeah, they look good on paper. But when you go to try to have an intellectual conversation, emotional conversation, or whatever, they can't even relate. They still little boys in grown men's age. So tell me, Mr. Man, you show real women where there are real quality black men at, and we'll stand in the line. We sure will. But you got most of these same black men. No, I said most, not all. But you got most of these same black men that want what black women want. They want a woman to take care of them. That's what they're wanting. They want to dominate. Tell you what you can and cannot do. You can't wear that because of the insecurity of them. You can't wear your hair like that. Nah, I ain't got no money for you to get your hair fixed. Nah, I can't. I ain't got no money to buy you no cup of coffee. Nah, I can't do all that. I need you to go in there and wash them dishes. Yeah, I know you worked 10 hours today, but that's a woman's job. You need to go in there and wash them dishes, and I'm hungry. So when you get through with that, I need you to cook my food for me. And then I need you to also make sure, tonight is Monday, and we just had sex twice yesterday. But I need you to get on your back and do what you're supposed to do. See, that's the type of men that's trying to run around here now. They don't care nothing about a woman working. Yeah, you can work all you want to. Because when you come home, I need that check. I need you to cook and clean. I need to dominate what you can do, what you can't do. Because I'm the man and I have the penis. Get that straight. See, don't get me to talking. Because even if she has an opinion. Well, baby, I don't think that's the best way to do it. Why don't we? Did I ask you for your opinion? I'm doing this. Did I asked you for your opinion. I did. I'm the man of this house. I'm the man of this. What I say, go. Yeah, okay. Okay. So yeah, there's a whole lot of single women for a whole lot of single reasons. What about the women who tried to be with their husbands or boyfriends, and every chance he got, cause he wanted to cough, or maybe today was Sunday, and yesterday was Saturday, he went upside her head. How about that? How about she was made to be a single mother because she wanted to save her life and protect her children? How about that one? Ooh. Stupid I can't do. Stupid I can't do. Y'all, it just creeps up in my neck. It gives me anxiety. Stupid I can't do. Lord, today. Tomorrow too. So yeah, let me calm down. I keep forgetting my heart. Y'all look at me. I know God got me, but y'all, oh my goodness, let me calm down. I just can't, y'all. I can't. I can't. And I guess because I'm a woman who knows her worth. And yes, I am a widow right now, and I'm open to, dating when the Lord sends me a good quality person. But I'm not desperate nor thirsty to where I just got to have, a pair of legs. It's just, it ain't that real like that for me. And I'm not saying it won't ever get that real, because I don't know what my future holds like that. But as of right now, I know me, and I know what I got is too personal. It's too perfect. It's too, you ought to bottle what I got and sell that stuff. You see what I'm saying? I mean, for real. So I think highly of myself, you know, and I can't become common for a 2 minute or 5 minute screw just to say, "Whoo, I had to get that monkey off my back." Ain't no monkey on my back. I'm thinking about dollar signs. I'm thinking about, investments and me being happy, healthy, and whole, and making sure I leave a legacy for my grandkids, and making sure God is pleased with my life. And I know y'all hate to hear that, but that is my ultimate thing, to make sure He is pleased with my life. And I don't see me giving it up for a quickie. Like I said, I don't know what might happen. I might meet somebody who might catch me at a low moment and, sweet talk me and talk my drawers off me and give it to me, and everything. I might. And if it happens, I'll be the first to come over here and say, well, but am I looking for that? No. My mind ain't even nowhere near that. Do I think about sex? Of course, I'm human. And you have to know my past to know that I think about sex. But is that in my forefront every day? Heck no. No. I know what comes along with that. Emotional attachments. Even if you say, you know what, you just want to be sex buddies, we just have sex with each other and that's it. No attachment, no relationship, just good sex. If you even do that, don't you know you still get a spiritual attached to each other? Everybody that person has slept with, you sleep with. Women are receptors, we receive. Men are projectors, they project. Hey, Athena. Oh, that's okay. Thank you for being here, love. Yes. I hope you've had a beautiful day. Yes, honey. Women are receivers. We receive. And men are projectors. They project. That's why you have to kill every attachment of your past relationships when you get into a new relationship. Because a lot of times when we get into these relationships and we're not really detached from our past, we want our future person that we're with, we want them to do us like our last person sexually. Like if the last person if you a man and the last woman you was with, whenever you came in the house, she just dropped to her knees and pleasured you. Okay, that's something you're used to. That's something you love. That's something you like. So when you meet this other one and you fall for this other one and she ain't into that, you gonna think something wrong with your relationship because why ain't she dropping? That's because you're not delivered yet from that past relationship. Or if you're a woman and the only way that your past relationship was able to pleasure you was from the side, and now you in this relationship and y'all trying to make it go further, and this person likes to try other things and you don't get nothing from it and you think something's wrong because you don't like that because you used from the side. You gotta get clear-minded, clear heart before you can enter into a real another relationship like that. You cannot be expecting mates from previous to do what the one you got gonna do. So I'm just saying, you know, it's so much that goes into these relationships. I just didn't like the way that man talked about single women, single mothers, and just hit my chief and made me so angry because not all single mothers are single just to be playing with the government. That's unstable. The government don't care about nobody if you ain't rich. And most people with common sense know that. So, for him to get on his high horse and, be talking about, that's what y'all get. I'm glad it's over. The run is over, single mothers. Y'all gonna be living outside in a tent. Yeah, get some counseling and then find you a husband. Get some counseling and then find you a husband. Negro, please. Please. I need to blow my nose real quick, y'all. One moment. Ooh, I tell y'all, that stinky nettle ain't nothing to play with. Yes, sir. It drains you. Anywho, yeah, so, let's not do that because not all single mothers are single by choice. And not all women got pregnant so they can get government assistance. That was stupid. Let me tell y'all something. So, y'all know I was married. I lost my husband to COVID. Okay, so before me and him got married, I was truly engaged 5 times, okay, to 5 different men, for real. The reason why I'm saying this is because I want to make a point. Like in my family, we have people who, when we get married, we stay married. They know I'm going to marry you and I'm going to divorce you. And there is some people that are. No, I'm not saying we perfect. But for the most part, our legacy is once we say I do, I do. For better or worse, we I do. That's just it. We I do, and I'm talking about we got like 50 years, 60-year marriages, 45-year marriages, all that and stuff, right? So, like I said, my family will tell you, once you in the family, you don't get out. We like the mob. You don't get out. You in the family. So, I remember before I got married, I used to watch The Cosby Show. And that was also like my map on how I thought my marriage would be, right? And I mean, professionals and the kids was this, and yeah, I mean, it was a good roadmap, but it wasn't realistic for me. Okay, not at that time. And I remember it was so funny. I remember me telling my husband, you ain't acting like, what I say, you ain't acting like Mr. Huxtable. He looked at me like I was stone cold stupid. Oh my God, I'll never forget that. He looked at me like I was dumb. Like, now that I think about it, it was kind of dumb though, for real. But anyway, and he had to tilt his head. He looked at me and said, "'Cause I ain't." Oh goodness. Anyway, y'all, you do what you have to do to stay strong. We actually went through counseling. We went through marriage counseling, and we did that for about 6 months, and it was the best thing we could have ever did. It was, and you know whose decision it was? It was my husband. Not my, you would have thought it was me, because most women be like, "Babe, we need to go to counseling. We need to get this together." It wasn't me. It was him. My husband said, I know our marriage was ordained by God. He said, "I think we need help." He sure did. He sure did. I was like, whoa. I said, okay. And best thing we could have ever did. Let me tell you why. And this is for anybody who's married, thinking about getting married. Let me give you a couple things. Let me give you a couple. I don't know everything, but let me give you a couple things. One of the things that our marriage counselor did, she said, "I want you all to sit face to face and just look at each other." Now, for my husband, wasn't a problem. He looked at me and kept looking 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 at me. Me, I would look and drop my eyes. And she said, look at him. I look at him again. I'd be looking, drop my eye. For some reason, and she broke it down what that meant. But for some reason, that I couldn't do it. Just something as simple as sitting there and just staring at him. And he was staring at me, and I couldn't even stare at him. I would look and drop. I would look and turn my head. I would look and turn my head. She broke it down, okay? That's one thing. So my thing is, married couples, at least once a day, y'all should have a time where y'all just sit and just look at each other. Eyeball to eyeball. Even if it's for 30 seconds. Eyeball to eyeball. You'll be surprised how that builds your marriage. Okay, second thing. It was the kiss each other for a minute. Now, when you into the throes, you're like, yeah, when you just, but just to automatically kiss each other for 60 seconds. Wasn't no problem with my husband. With me, at 30 seconds or somewhere around there, I back up, and she's like, it ain't been a minute. Y'all, when I tell y'all, when it came down to it, I had issues. It's not always the man. It's not. I had issues. And I knew I did. We had discussed it before we even got together. But I didn't know how deep my issues ran. And it all stemmed back from some things that happened to me in my childhood. Once I healed that little girl, I was able to be a great wife. A lot of people won't admit that. A lot of women won't admit that. Once I was able to face my little child self, I was able to be a great wife. A lot of things in a marriage, even my husband, he wasn't perfect, and he would tell you, if he was here, he would tell you, it's some things in his childhood he had to heal, in order to be the husband that he was supposed to be to me. And what made it great is because we both loved each other enough that we wanted to give each other the best of each other. I wanted him to have the best of me, and he wanted me to have the best of him. And that's what made this marriage work. A lot of people won't put in the work. I see a lot of men, they okay with how they are. They know they jacked up. They know they messed up. They don't care nothing about that. Leave me and my messed up self alone. And I think that's so miserable. I really do. I think it's a miserable way to live, but I ain't God. I ain't trying to talk about into changing your life. If you like it, I love it. I can't be a part of it, but hey, whatever rocks your boat. Whatever rocks your boat. Another thing, a lot of women and men, I'm not going to just single out women. A lot of people don't understand that intimacy is more than sex. Intimacy, if you break it down, is into me you see. Intimacy is into me you see. You allow the person that you love to see into you, warts and all. No matter how bad it is, no matter how good it is, because we in this until the death do us part type of stuff. So I need to know you inside and out, warts and all. And a lot of times I see a lot of people, they'll let you know so much and then it stops. And when you know people, you like, why is it that you won't be open and honest and tell me or show me who you really are? Because you show me what you want me to know. That ain't who you really are. See, that's two different things. When somebody show you who they want you to know, let me tell you, there's a whole lot more you really need to know before you get into a relationship, and dang sure before you say I do. If a person only shows you what they want you to know, catch what I'm saying? Want, WANT, something they hiding. It's something about them they don't like about themselves. It's something about them. It's a lot about them that you really need to know. So you have a decision to make. Do you still go on and pursue the relationship, knowing that at any moment they could switch to flip the switch? Thank you. Okay. Or that could be something that later on you discover that you cannot even deal with, but you in the relationship now. You done said I do. See, let me tell you something. This is what I know for sure. Women, hear this. When a man really wants you, no matter what he has to do to get you, he's going to do it. You ain't going to have to force him. You ain't going to have to threaten him. You ain't going to have to manipulate him. You ain't going to have to do none of that. When a man really wants you, okay, he'll come and get you. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't fall for when somebody say, oh, they love you and they want you, and they don't do nothing about it. That's to keep you right there because they not sure about their life or where they going. But they know they don't want you to go nowhere. They can't see you doing something good or being with somebody. So they're gonna tell you what needs to be said to keep you like right there while they go on and facilitate this. That's manipulation. And I know some women don't look at it like that. Some men don't even look at it like that, but that's manipulation. It really is. So don't be nobody's puppet. Don't hold your life for nobody. I'm serious. Especially if he ain't made it known and doing what he can to come and get you. All it is just conversation and talking. Baby, we can talk until the cows come home. Love is what it does. If nobody's ever told y'all that, let me tell you, love is what it does. Love is an action word. It's what it does. Not what it says, what it does. I've had plenty of people, and I'm not bragging about this. I'm just I told y'all I'm open and unashamed. I've had plenty of people to tell me they love me. They're in love with me. And that's what it was. You hear me say that, right? That's what it was. It was words. I love you and I'm in love with you. But there was no action behind it. They don't know if they coming or going. They didn't know how, how do you see us? I don't know. How do you see you? Let's start with you. How do you see you? I don't know. Well, if you don't know how you see you, how are you going to have a relationship with a grown woman and how you see us? Okay. And everybody has to be where they are. So that's why I'm saying don't do that. Don't do that. And men, I'm talking to you all now. Let me tell you something. If you want her, go get her. Plain and simple. Don't keep sitting on the sideline. Tell me that you're going to keep sitting on the sideline so something happen until this, that, and the other. That's stupid. And that's actually acting like a teenager. Teenage boys are unsure about life. Teenage boys are unsure, if that's the girl for me or not, man, because, you know, you know, huh? Even the Bible says it's not good for man to be alone. That's scripture. That's scripture. I'm just saying. I don't know how I got all on this, but okay, whatever. So anyway, I just said that, and I'm gonna get out of here, but I just wanted to just come on and, like I said, guy, if you have not heard the beginning of the live, go back and listen to it. Please leave me a comment, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am trying to get at least to 700. I'm at 659, I think. So I'm trying to, promote my channel and move my channel along. I have a lot of stuff that I want to do. Hopefully in the morning at 6:00. I might be on here by myself, but I am coming on here so we can have, I forgot what I call this segment, where it'll be a scripture, some prayer, and a little 3-minute word to start your day off on a Monday. And I hope, if you don't be in the live, that you will come back and listen to it and let me know what you think. Anybody who wants to get in touch with me, please email me, and or either make a note up under one of my lives and I will respond. I always try to go back and look at anybody who has commented on my lives, because I appreciate you all taking the time out to just come over and listen. I really do. I'm not one of them people who have the big head like, yeah, I know. No, because people don't have to like you and they don't have to listen to you. And so I hope that I give you something. You can get your drama everywhere else. You can get your mess, your drama, and all that. You can get that everywhere else. So I hope that when you come over here, I make you think, I make you happy, I make you focus on your walk with Christ. I just want to manage the other part that you don't get from the drama that you get on different YouTube channels. You get your gossip and your arguments and your cussing and all that. You get that somewhere else. It doesn't happen over here. So anyway, I want to thank you guys who came in. I want to thank you, the people who dropped in and out. I understand if you got things that you're doing. I want to thank you to anybody who's going to be looking at this. Don't forget to comment down below. Again, I am still recovering. I do have a procedure to do tomorrow. Actually, it's a procedure that I do 3 times a week. And I go in tomorrow. So you all pray my strength. I appreciate that. And I will catch you up soon. So I love you guys. If anybody told you that you're not loved, you are. And I just want to say smooches to you. You all be blessed. And please, please, please have a great afternoon.